Hey everybody, it's Jasmine, and in today's video it's going to be very juicy, very opinionated. Today I want to talk about hyped makeup products that I feel like suck. I'm just gonna say it right off the bat. I know I might piss you guys off on some of these products, but that's just my opinion. Makeup works differently on everybody, and I think that's the beauty of it. So I do have a little list here, and I did go through Ulta and to just kind of see like the best sellers, see what really are the things that people actually go out of their way to purchase, maybe repurchase. And here I have compiled about like 10 products that I feel like didn't work for me, and I just think that they're not worth the money. We're gonna start off strong, and I'm gonna say, I've said it before, but I know some of you guys are new here and you guys might not have heard me say it, but the James Charles palette in collaboration with Morphe is ass. I'm sorry. The person, the palette, like it just didn't really work for me. I do have a tutorial using it on my channel, and in my experience with it, it was very patchy, hard to blend. I didn't really like the color scheme on my eyes, even though it's a very colorful, vibrant palette with some neutrals. I felt like it just wasn't it for me. I wasn't able to get a lot of cohesive looks. Like if I were to do like a green eye look kind of like today, I wouldn't have been able to blend it out as easily. And I did try his method, I tried my method, and either way, it just didn't work for me. Also, I think Morphe palettes in general, like the bigger Morphe palettes, they aren't really my cup of tea. And I have mentioned this in a lot of other palette videos, but the only type of Morphe palettes that I feel like have maintained its quality was actually their 24G, their Grand Glam palette, and that's the one with the really big pans. A lot of the palettes that they have now, I just feel like they are just that same Morphe quality where it starts off great, easy to blend, buildable, and then once you have it for maybe a year, maybe 2 years, it starts to get very dry and very patchy. And I've said this throughout my channel because I really did love Morphe shadows at one point, and ultimately I just feel like I've had to throw them out because they just all became super dry and patchy. And right off the bat, the James Charles palette was very dry and patchy, so pass for me. I have a couple of mascaras on my list, and I feel like mascaras is one of those things that is very personal to the person. It just depends on your lashes, how thick it is, if it has a curl or not. So I just think that sometimes mascaras is definitely one of those things that are a little bit more like on the pickier side in general. So the first one is the Benefit They're Real Mascara. Ever since I started to get into makeup, which was like, I mean, I've always been into makeup since I was a little kid, but when I started to really invest my money into makeup, I just remember in high school, everybody and their mom was using Benefit They're Real because they said, oh my god, my lashes are so long, they're so thick, they're so voluminous. And when I tried it, I got nothing but sheer smudginess, and it actually weighed down my lashes. So that didn't really work out in my favor because it's a heavier mascara. Now, I also felt like, to me, I really did like the, what is it called, the wand, because it was very spiky and I felt like it really coated everything. But once it was all said and done, I was just left a very ugly, smeary mess at the end of the day. Same thing happened with Too Faced Better Than Sex. The wand itself wasn't necessarily my favorite, but I feel like in comparison, if you are comparing like the formula and the wand, I feel like CoverGirl did a better job at it with the Exhibitionist mascara. That one was amazing. It built up on the lashes, it didn't really smudge, and I just think that if you are comparing a mascara, I would rather go with something a little bit more affordable, because you are supposed to throw away your mascaras every 3 months to avoid any eye infections. So if that's the case, I am not going to be spending $25 on a mascara every 3 months. Same thing applies with the Lancome Monsieur Big mascara too. I just get heavy lashes that fall down and just a big sheery smeary mess, so I don't really like that. I mean, I know a lot of people swear by Better Than Sex by Too Faced and the Monsieur Big by Lancome, but for me it just really didn't work with what I was going for and the type of lashes that I do have naturally. So with that being said, I am okay with skipping out on something that's over $20. And if you really think about it, if you are changing your mascaras every 3 months and it is roughly around $25, you're spending $100 a year just on one bottle of mascara that you are repurchasing. That's crazy. I do have another Benefit product. I do, I really do. It's the Benefit Hoola. Now, don't get me wrong, it's my sister's holy grail. She literally has the big jumbo size. My mom really likes it. However, on me, I have purchased it twice. And each time I have purchased it, I felt like it was really amazing once I first purchased it and once I first applied it. But then same thing like the Morphe formula, once you reach that year, 2-year mark, it starts to get really patchy and harder to blend. And that just happened on both occasions. So for me, that's not really what I'm looking for. That's not really what I'm going for. So I'd rather have something more reliable like the e.l.f. bronzing palette in Bronze Beauty, where you get 4 shades and each of those shades are a little bit different. I also really like the Catrice Sun Lover bronzer. That one's really amazing. But as far as the Benefit one, for some weird reason, it just ages really poorly on me and it gets super dried out. Even though I do close my products, I take care of my makeup because I don't want to waste product. I don't want to waste makeup. You guys know me. I don't waste stuff. So with that being said, just the Benefit Hoola doesn't work out for me. But other Benefit products like their blushes and their highlights, it works well and it stays true to the formula through time, but it's just the Hoola bronzer that just doesn't work out. Honestly, if 2013 Jasmine heard me say this statement right now, I think I would be pissed. But ABH Eyeshadow Palettes, yeah, I don't know anymore. I was honestly one of the OG ABH eyeshadow palette collectors, and I think through time, I know I mentioned this a lot, but through time, it's just similar to Morphe. It just dries out. It's not the same formula. And quite ultimately, I think that once they started changing from hand-pressed eyeshadows to, I think, machine-pressed, and I think they might have also changed the formula, it just wasn't it anymore. I felt like the palettes started to age a lot faster. I have some of the OG palettes, and if I use them today, it still works beautifully. But if I dig into like modern Renaissance or something like that, oh no, it's not gonna work out for me. And also I think that ABH is just one of those brands that takes advantage of the market and thinks that it's okay to upprice their products. I mean, they just recently launched like a face palette with a bronzer, blush, and highlight, and for 3 shades, it's $58. That's insane, and I don't hear anybody talking about it. And I feel like if ABH had stayed true to like their original price point where it was like $35, $40 a palette and stopped raising their prices, then I think that the market and the consumers would be more inclined to actually go out and support the brand. But also have to consider their work ethic, because they have been firing people for like really weird reasons, such as like their rising signs and some weird astrological stuff that I don't think I'll ever understand. Well, I mean, I do believe in astrology, but as far as like the work ethic plus astrology and then trying to combine that and then firing somebody, like say that they're like a Scorpio, that's just weird to me. I don't like that. But yeah, I just think that ABH eyeshadow palettes, and I think ABH as a whole, I don't think it's worth the hype anymore. Honestly, I think they kind of died down a little bit. Obviously excluding the Jackie Aina palette collab. That palette actually is very similar in formula to the older ABH formulas, so I don't know what is up with that palette, but that one is actually the one thing that I would say still holds the hype, but everything else, not really. Damn, 2013 Jasmine is just getting hit with so many arrows. NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. You could not tear me apart from Abu Dhabi and London. Those 2 shades were my everything, and they have been for years actually. But I think that through time and through the process of discovering my favorite nude formulas, discovering my favorite nude colors, I just felt like soft matte lip creams kind of just kept going down the ranks for me. And here is my final verdict. The reason why I'm saying it's not really worth the hype for me anymore is because no matter how much I hydrate my lips, I will still get that white ring around my mouth. And it's not cute. It makes it look like it's a butthole, like a dry butthole, like I didn't brush my teeth. Like it just looks so ugly. Like, you know, when you wake up and then you get like the crusties on the side of your mouth, like it just looks like that. And it's not cute, okay? okay. And also, the soft matte lip cream formula isn't meant to be super long lasting, so I always have to reapply it. And because the formula kind of just tends to dry out your lips and create that ring, it's inevitable for it to start flaking and balling off the lips. So with that being said, I'd rather go just full on with the liquid lipstick or even just a bullet lipstick. Now that I've also discovered Korean velvet lipsticks, those are so much better. Mario Badescu. Mario Badescu sprays. Y'all remember those? Yeah. Those aren't really that great. No, they're not. I think I remember seeing something along the lines of Mario Badescu being sued because I think their rose water spray did not have any type of rose in it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I just briefly saw an article on that. And I think as far as Mario Badescu products are concerned, more light has been shown that some of their products actually contain steroids, so your skin actually wants more of it, and so when it doesn't have it, it starts to break out, so then you have to continue using Mario Badescu products. So that's not that great. I think that Mario Badescu sprays are only really amazing if you like the scent, but there are so many other sprays on the market that I feel like they could easily replace Mario Badescu, and you're only replacing, what, $7? So in a sense, I think if you are really looking for like a setting spray, Mario Badescu isn't a setting spray, it's like a skincare mist. I feel like you can alternate between like a rose water toner, like an actual toner, or you can even switch to like a NYX setting spray. That's really good if you want your makeup to last on all night. But I mean, as far as Mario Badescu in general, I just don't think that he's all that in a bag of chips. e.l.f. has some really good products. Let's all remember that. e.l.f. is killing it. But what the hell is their putty line? I can't get behind it. Okay, I know a lot of my friends really do love the putty line. Jasmine Yin, me, cannot get behind it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just like my skin not loving it. I don't know if it's just me not using it right, but the primer for the face, the primer for the eyes, they have not worked for me one bit. I've always had to just buy it, throw it away, buy it again because I was like, oh, maybe I just need to give it a second shot. Maybe the one that I bought previously was faulty. Throw it away. I just don't get it. Maybe I should try like the putty bronzers and blush. Maybe that'll work out because it's more so for like small sections of the face. But I'm still skeptical given the fact that the putty primer for the face as well as the putty eye primer just didn't work out for me. It was too drying on the skin. It made me look like I was dehydrated, like I was not drinking water for 2 weeks straight, and you know, it just didn't really work out for me. So let me know if I should try like the newer items like the blush and bronzers, because I would like to give it a chance, but for some weird reason I don't like them. Knowing me, I love concealer so much, but there is one concealer on the market that I could genuinely live without, and it's the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Undereye. I know, a cult favorite, something that almost everybody loved and everybody has tried. But you know what, to me, I know a little bit goes a very long way, but no matter how little I use, I get creased up. Like my under eyes look so bad and so cakey and so creased up. I look way older than 23. It's crazy. Like I literally look like I'm in my 30s. It's not great on me. Maybe it's just not for my skin type. Maybe I just so happen to be using too much than just a dot of it under my eyes. Maybe, I don't know. I've used every which way possible with that damn concealer, and I've even had like sample sizes, so it's not like I'm buying the full size and like using a whole bunch of it. I've used like literally the tiniest amount, and I think I have tutorials on my channel using them, but for some weird reason it just doesn't work out for me. It's too creamy, which I mean is great for dry skin, but for somebody who is normal, it just looks too creamy on me for some reason. I don't know. I just like something that's more of like a smoothing, soft matte type of finish. Not completely matte, but I mean I could still get away with like Shape Tape if we are talking about matte. Does that make sense? I could get away with it, but for some reason that's just the only concealer that doesn't work for me, even though it's loved by so many people. And now that all of my juicy opinions are out on the internet, let me know what you think. I hope I didn't piss you off too much, but just know, even if I love a product, I know that not all of you are gonna love the same products that I will love. Honestly, it's makeup. Take it with a grain of salt. It's really not that serious. Honestly, it washes off at the end of the day, so take that as you will. I would love to hear some of your opinions on some products that you feel like aren't worth the hype and why. I would just love to keep the conversation going because I think it's quite interesting. For example, I love my Essence Lash Princess mascara, but my best friend Sydney absolutely hates it. So things like that, you know, it happens. It really does. And yeah, I hope you guys found this video fun. I hope you guys had a couple of laughs here and there. Maybe if you agree with me, let me know. I would love to know. And have a great day, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye. Peace out, Girl Scouts.